Okay. We're here. You live now? Are we here? Am I out here? No, I am live. Right? Okay. Just going to... Once again... what am I doing? Just testing something. Just going to... this. Yes, I am live. I am live. Just gotta throw this new one in a couple more places. Even worse. Well, at least we're going to get this video played now. Let me get back there. Okay. I think it's about time. I got this all shared. The new one. I think this should be good. Where is the... There we go. And there we go. Haha. Here we are. And you know what, why not? I'll send it to Asa Flores as well. And Gabriel. Well, we got it. We got it. I don't know if this the quality of this one is better or worse or what it is, but I think I now can share whatever visual content I need to. So yeah, this is I'm going to play the video that I was trying to play earlier, but which is the first interactions between... I listened to Tommy Lee Sparta. I didn't know either. I didn't know that I listened to Tommy Lee Sparta either. Gulman. Me trying to frantically figure out what you're referring to. Either way, it should be... We got the 5 viewers now, so yeah, this is fine. But yes, this is the video, the first interaction between me, Pace, and Mikey and Captain Kira when we all met up at the zoo. So here we go.
What up? Wow, good to see you. Good to see you. It's about time.
Oh, hold on. The audio. Where's the audio at? I didn't hear the audio. I played that. You heard it? I couldn't hear it. Anyway, whatever.
What up?
Wow, good
to see you. Good to see you. It's about time.
Yeah, about time this meetup happened.
Nice to meet you,
Mikey. Great to meet you. Hello, Kira.
Hi, gorgeous.
So nice to meet you in person finally.
Crazy.
How are you?
Pretty good.
You guys made it.
Yeah.
Yep. Traffic? Bad traffic, you said?
And we had to go to the additional parking and take the little shuttle because the lot was full.
Oh God. Okay, that's a pain in the ass.
And there was a train that was,
There was a
going across the
train.
road then when we were going on the shuttle. So
So just a
that-
calamity of errors
Yes.
all at once.
Slow
Yes.
downs. We were creeping along a little bit, but it's all good.
Well, yeah, we're here, and I've scouted out. It's pretty sick. There's this like really cool butterfly garden-esque area right
Oh
here that I
my
was
gosh,
just in
that thing is so cool. I
Bunch of
haven't
dope
been
plants.
here in so long.
Me either. Literally, it's been 5+ years. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think this stuff is new. Here,
Brand new.
So, what did we all think of that? Is anyone ever expecting something like that to happen? That's it. What more did you want? You know, that we were off to see the butterfly garden exhibit. You know, what more could you be asking for? I know, you're about to say some kind of really bizarre request for what you would have rather seen. Oh, well, we already told you that it wasn't going to be a vlog just because we're just having a good enough time there. But yeah. Did not expect that me, Pace, Mikey, and Captain Kira would meet up. Meet up, period, you know. But at the zoo. One of the most random places. We actually have Brit up to thank for that. Because she was the one who brought up zoos. And she went to a zoo recently. And Pace was saying that he should go to his local zoo. And he said I should come along with him. And so that ended up working out that that Mikey and Captain Kira could tag along to that. So, as long as you had fun, that's all that matters. And it did. And we did. We really did. Yeah, we, after that, we were taking a look around the butterfly gardens, and then we got to see every single part of the zoo. Really good time there. We had not been there in quite a while, but nothing that major had changed. But it was all stuff that we did end up seeing there was quite nice, quite fun time. There's I guess in terms of the highlights, we stopped at this cafe place, which is this big, they call it a cafe, but they have they serve just normal random stuff like chicken sandwiches, hot dogs, things like that. And Captain Kira was telling us about the giraffe burgers. She was saying that when the giraffes at the zoo die, they make them into burgers. So, I mean, we can really interpret that however you want, but I mean, giraffe burgers, that's something to keep in mind. Also, I think there was something about rhino burgers, elephant burgers, something like that. But yeah, we went there and almost immediately, story behind the harp. How's it? Guitar to your right. Come on, I'm already telling a story. You want a story behind the other different story? I'll tell you about that in a second. But right now, I mean, this is important. This is the legendary waffle meetup of 4 waffle members. That happened. So priorities, man. But yeah, there was when we first were almost immediately after got out to the main zoo part, Pace was wondering where he could find some booze, because of course he did. And he was right as we got down to the main zoo part. He was saying, if they had booze here, if I could get just like a cold margarita, rock around the zoo with that'd just make it perfect. Okay, Mighty Mike. Yeah, it's going fine. It's going great. Going well. All right. See. We're fine. Good. Right. So we got to this cafe place, and Pace somehow found the few beers that they had at this place, at this zoo. One of the few beers that they had in this main cafe on the Commons place. And because if anyone was going to find that, it would of course have been him. Of course. But there was a bit of a mystery because there was a hot dog on the tray that of all the stuff that we ordered that was on one tray. Mikey had a hot dog. He ordered a hot dog and was eating a hot dog that I will say he dumped mayonnaise on like it was icing, and which Pace was slightly horrified by at first. And there was another hot dog on the tray, and I was expecting either Pace or Mikey. I was expecting Pace to eat it because all he was having, I think, was just his beer. But I'd finished what I'd gotten to eat, and we were just kind of sitting there, and somebody said, I cannot remember who it was, but somebody said, what's the deal with that hot dog there? And I think Pace said to me, yeah, you gonna eat it? I said, no, I did not order that. And it created the legendary quote from Pace, "Whose wiener is that?" Which I posted highly out of context on my server. So I guess that's the good thing that you can get out of a mystery wiener. And turns out I don't know if we found out whose it was but they Mikey and Pace were waiting for me to eat it, but I did not order it. So Mikey, of course, had the extra hot dog because Never seen anybody who's that into hot dogs as Mikey. It meant that you secretly ordered that wiener and you were hoping to eat it when we weren't looking. I'll be on my deathbed when you find that out, possibly. But anyway, after that, we had planned to go see a dolphin show because that place it's a big place, and they have a dolphin area, a big dolphin area, and I just realized that, Mighty Mike. I capitalized. Actually, no, it's just the Justin Platt technique of writing. Don't tell me you've not been hearing of that, Mighty Mike. But I was going to say that we had planned to go see this dolphin show. Statement of importance. Yes. Oh, I can hear your voice, like the tone of voice you're using when I'm reading that in my head. But this is this dolphin show that was the last dolphin show of the day that we had really wanted to go to, and we saw that it was about 10 minutes before the starting time, and we were right there at the dolphin pavilion, and we were about to go in. But Pace, of course, saw that there were kids walking around with what looked like mason jars filled with a multicolored rainbow beverage. Looked kind of like a slushie. And that caught both of our eyes. And he was immediately inquiring about where did that kid get that slushy thing? What was that? Did he push the kids? He was on his best behavior. But, if he had, maybe one more beer, who knows what we would have been saying. Yeah, you would have. You would push the kids, and it'd be fine. It'd be fine if you pushed the kids, actually. Because, it's you. You would have just gotten, stern, hey, watch where you're going, from the kids' parents. They would have seen you push the kids, and they would have gone, hey, be nice, mister. They would have gone, hey, you be nice, mister. Quit pushing my kids around. But no, he was very, very interested in where these kids got these rainbow slushy things in a mason jar. And I told him, if you were so interested in finding out where they got them, how about just ask them. And he did not really give much of an answer when I told him that. And he, for some reason, did not ask a single person where the slushies came from. And whatever that's supposed to say, I don't know. But I was almost going to just ask for him, just for time's sake. But he automatically got a bit distracted by the stand that has ice cream. So we went to the ice cream stand, and there was a kid behind us who had another one of these rainbow slushy things. And that kid was right there, and he was asking me, where did that kid get that thing? Where are they getting them from? I told him, it's right there. He's right there. You can just go and ask him. And he immediately then got distracted again by the by the fact that this ice cream place had animal sippers. Hey, Wolfdar. Oh, I thought you'd get here sooner than later. Sup? Well, it's we're telling the story of an exciting day yesterday. I'm just in the middle of it. But yeah, Pace got distracted by the overjoyed sensation of there being animal sippers. Do any of you remember animal sippers from when you all were younger? Anybody remember those? If not, you will once I describe that they are fluorescently neon-colored beverages that are in a bottle that is in the shape of an animal, usually a dinosaur, and it has a like a pop top thing, like on a canteen, a pop top nozzle. I don't know, but you can just pop it and drink it. Actually, let me find a picture of them. Animal sippers. What's now just giving me slippers. I look up animal sippers and it shows me just slippers. You can get stingray slippers? Oh, that's kind of cool. Well, I have no idea. Where'd my chat go? Oh, there it is. Had one as a kid. Yeah, I had not seen anything like that since 2010. I've never had one, but I knew, I knew different kids my age who did have some. But I had not seen one. I've not seen anybody drinking it, except for when I saw Waltronas, actually, I believe, drinking one in 2010. So those things were a blast from the past, and Pace, they were quite the blast from the past for him because he had to have one. He had to have a blue raspberry beverage that was in the bottle in the shape of a dinosaur. So that's where we were at that point of the day, and so we were waiting in line, and this was about 10 minutes before the dolphin show was supposed to start. And so we were waiting behind these guys, and then we eventually noticed that the line to this ice cream stand was moving, and these guys were not. And then came to find out it was that annoying situation when a group of people, one or more people, look like they're in a line. They're standing way too close to a line, even though they're not in it. And you're standing behind them thinking that they are the back of the line. And you've been deceived, and you're just having your time held up for you. So we had to then go around them and then get in the actual line. We were already slightly delayed. And so yeah, we had to get the ice cream. I got vanilla soft serve and a waffle cone. Yes, because I'm that simple kind of man, and would not need to be anything else. And Pace had to get his blue raspberry sipper thing, and I cannot remember what Mikey and Captain Kira got. Or no, Mikey had to get this cinnamon bun ice cream thing, which I somehow did not know about. So we got those and headed straight to the dolphin thing, and throughout the ordeal of Pace trying to find out where you got rainbow slushies in an animal, or in a mason jar, and then leading us to the ice cream shop, the ice cream stand, and then having to get a sipper. That all pushed. Oh, and the guys who were forming a fake back of the line. That already delayed us a bit, and so when we got back to the dolphin show, I mean, it had already started, as evident by the time, because it already had been past 10 minutes, and we got back to the place, and there was a chain with a sign on it saying dolphin show in progress at the entrance. And we were thinking that there was no harm in being just a minute or two late, because it's a dolphin show. It's dolphins doing stuff. We did not even take into account at all that they would bar us from entering just a minute late. I mean, what kind of malarkey is that? What's so important there? I mean, why we did not even have. It's not even something you have to have tickets for. You just go. But apparently not after the exact starting time, because they lock you out. That was effing BS. If I'd ever seen some in real life. So then Pace had the sneaky genius idea. Zoo employees don't care. They don't. They really don't. Zoo employees are something else. Yeah, I do have to say. But Pace had the sneaky genius idea of running in some of the exit only doors when there were some folks exiting. So they were exiting, and so we, as the doors were still open after they had left, we ran in, went up the stairs, and we got to the entrance of the stadium seating area where you watch the dolphin show, and they had the doors closed, and they had people there like at the doors, like security. There were not actual security guards, but there were people there that were almost posing as security guards. Like, there is something about that dolphin show that they do not want you to see after the official starting time. So, that's just not a bunch of nonsense. But we thought that was going to be the end of the nonsense. But no, actually, we had the one last idea of running down to the area where they have an observation area that actually is a glass hallway with glass walls and glass, it's just glass all around, where you can see you're under the dolphin pool area, where you can see the dolphins from above. And I tell you, I do not ever remember that observation area being lit as darkly and as dimly as it was than this time. I could not see a thing when we went in there. It was almost completely dark. It was definitely lit way more dimly than it usually was. So I'm thinking that they did that on purpose so you could not go and watch the dolphin show from down below. None of that makes sense at all, because why? You didn't have to pay to see it. You could just show up. But for some reason, not after 4 o'clock. Show started at 4 o'clock, and they somehow did not. They kept that schedule like they were a train that was leaving to another country. That was like They were running this this dolphin show like it was the airport, like there was flights that you had to catch over dolphins, just over some dolphins. So how about that? Well, that was, I guess, lesson learned that you can't just you can't go and get ice cream when you got something to catch. I guess. So why I had not learned that sooner in life, earlier in life, you tell me. But I guess you have to learn that at some point. But in the context of a dolphin show, that is something I ain't ever going to be getting over. I can sure tell you. But anyway, at least the ice cream was good. Wasn't bad. But then we decided to go into the desert area. There's this indoor desert area where they got lizards and tortoises, meerkats, desert. They even had like some kind of desert cat, which was new. And the whole time, I was looking for my brother Jay, JHNSB. I was looking out for him to pop his little head out from in between the shrubbery, the tumbleweed, in between the rocks. Just waiting for off in the distance to see him. And of course he would have his hat on. But alas, we did not catch him that day, but there's always the next time. But somebody else we did run into is a tortoise. Tortoise that came up to us and for some reason was quite interested in my shoes. It was drawn to my shoes for some reason. It was went up and was just kind of staring at them for a little bit. And we decided then to name him Timothy. Because, well, I think we all know why. So, henceforth, from that time on, he's known as Timothy the Tortoise. He was. Also, at that same time, I felt something on my leg. And I did not even look. I was thinking, okay, now what? What even is this now? I'm in the desert exhibit. There's lizards and stuff. What is on my leg? And then I looked down and I was seeing that there was this guy who was taking a picture with his phone. And he had his arm against my leg hair. The side of the hair on the side of my leg. And he just voluntarily was keeping the edge of his arm, again, brushing against the hair on my leg as he was crouching down taking a picture. It was not upward. It was not an upward picture. He was taking a picture of this tortoise. But that was a bit odd. There is always somebody you run into at the zoo when you're there. But then after that, we had went to see the snakes, pretty cool snakes in there. Although they kind of freaked Pace out a little bit. But went on to see the plains exhibits. That was very, very nice. And for some reason, in the plains exhibit, Pace was able to find the one tiny shack stand where they were serving beer. Where it was just all beer. And he was able to find that. And I had not seen him. You know, he can correct me if I'm wrong, but he seemed even a bit more excited to find the beer shack than he was when we first met, when we were first meeting. Because it's pretty exciting to him, I guess. But yeah, then we had a whole walk around that entire section, big section, their plain section. Had every kind of animal you'd see in the African area. Very, very cool. And we actually came up with the idea there because there was a sign right next to the elephant area where it had a big image of an elephant's foot with a description saying whatever, I don't even remember what it said, but it just, the main text on it just said feet, and Pace said, oh yeah, better not show Timothy that. Timothy better not see that. But then Captain Kira actually came up with a interesting idea that if we showed Timothy elephant's feet, then that might cure him. I'm out of the know of what you all think about that. If you think that'll be effective or not. But, you know, it is an idea. And I ain't throwing any or all possibilities out the window, but you all just have to tell me what you find about that. Think that'll be effective, efficient? That would cure him permanently? Or just periodically? Who knows? But then this zoo had a train, as all zoos properly should have. They have a little train that goes around their planes exhibit, and we always love to ride that all the time. And that was the last thing we did at that day. Very, very nice ride, and it was a good conclusion to our time there. To this legendary culmination of minds that take enjoyment in the humor of a man violating himself with a remote. Because that is something that we just cannot unacknowledge as the definitive factor that brought us all together. Here and there. But it was what brought those 4 people from different places in the world all to culminate and have a quite nice day there. So I guess that's what we can attribute that to. And overall, I'm glad that finally happened. It needed to happen. Finally did happen. And it was one of the highlights of this year. And you better believe, all of you better believe that I really cannot wait until the next time that we do it. Because to say it was legendary and almost a year in the making, that's understatement there. Something that needed to happen and needs to happen again. Good story? I think so too. And Bruce, not because I told it, because it happened. But to conclude that, I do have some more pictures. I do have some more pictures and perhaps some more video to show from that day. So let's see. Let's see if I can actually successfully share this. How do I... Where is it? Where is it? I'll not have the same technical difficulties as the last time. I will not let that happen. Guess I'll have to download this, perhaps. What's up, Shinotu? Good to see you back here again. I'm in the middle of trying to find a picture here. I think we got a good mix of viewers here. Ooh, dang. Man, I'm having a quite the boomer experience. Trying to work this. But at least we got the right software now, so it will work. This is just laughable now. Yeah, this is the video I was showing earlier. Y'all too tall? Too tall. You'll have to, Inverse, why weren't you out there? I was going to say you have to see us in person, but why aren't you and, NC and Britt, where were you all at? You know what? That is just going to have to make for the next Legendary meetup of, 4 people as well. Oh, I know. Do I? No, I don't. Where are they at? Yeah. Yeah. Been waiting. and waiting. Alright.
What up? Wow, there's a bird.
Man, this cannot be that hard. This cannot be the hardest thing in the world. Oh, I guess I need to... This is what I need to do. It's a black screen, but... I'm working here. I know what to do now. I should have done this before. Image slideshow, media source. I'm not gone. Still here. Just figuring this stuff out. Okay. I think I know what to do. Bear with me here. Man, I did download this image. Thank you for staying with me here. Should be right here. Oh, come on. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to. Sound of a mouse scroll grinding scratches my left eardrum. As it should. Since my monster streams and Wafflepone streams share a lot in common, I thought. Always some technical difficulties. Yep. Yeah. There. Oh, here we go. Ah, right as you said that. Ain't valid no more. Okay. Well, maybe you might be right. Okay. This is kind of weird. Well, can you all see this? Or is it still a black screen? Am I just having a preview here, or can you all see this? Okay, that's how you do it. Can you see this picture? My goodness. How in the world? What is Picture? Picture is a song by Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow, and it stinks. I think. So what I've been told. Oh my goodness, what the heck? Yes, that is right. Monster Sir is having the boomer issues with getting screen sharing to work. I don't know why it is cropped like this. Yep. Jack! Jack, you're like however many hours away, but I don't know, maybe forget a megaphone, or if you're secretly watching this, because you probably are, Jack. Jack! Okay, now there I am. Now switch to oh my goodness. Display capture. Okay, what do we all see now? Is this really what we're seeing? Can we see the... Whoa. Can we see the chat? Can we even see the chat here? Oh my goodness. Display capture... Display captured 2... Oh my goodness. I did not even know that I created a display, a second display capture. See OBS inside OBS. Oh my goodness. I missed all the stories about the meetup. Well, I was going to do a visual presentation of it. If I can find out how to... What? Oh my god. Okay. Epilepsy warning. I did not mean to do that to you all. Can we get rid of... Okay. Now we... My goodness. Oh. I think I know what to do. Or maybe I don't. Bro has a Mac. Yeah, what about it? What about it, Coleman? What's up, Coleman? What are you trying to do? Just pop back in. All I'm trying to do is pull up a picture. But for some reason, my screen is not cropped correctly. How I managed to only have this amount of the screen cropped? Here we go. Let's see. Huh, okay. hope this works. Well, thanks, Coleman. This kind of works. I think we're there. Yeah, Pace, because I see your comment. I don't know if you're watching or just messaging me, but this is this photo better? Think this is about the best we can do for now. You know what? It's fine enough, and I ain't gonna mess with it. But told me you're using the wrong photo for the thumbnail. He said he ain't pleased about the thumbnail I was using, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I know how to change the thumbnail midstream. He said the thumbnail is wrong, the wrong one, because it shows him, as he says, lacking. Whatever lacking means. I don't know if it is that relevant, because it just looks like him looking off into space on a train. But yeah, that was oh dang it. Where'd my chat go? Okay, when I just did that, I lost my chat. I just lost the live chat. My goodness. Why did I even do that? That was not a good idea of me. Goodness. I do not know how to fix that. Chat. No, no. Oh my goodness, I clicked the wrong thing. Chat. There we go. Stop embarrassing Pace. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying. How do I switch the thumbnail midstream? I don't even know if I can do that. Anyway, we got that worked out. How did it take 10 minutes to pull up an image? Well, I'm new to OBS. You know, all my previous streams have just been directly on YouTube. But I think I'm going to be getting the hang of this since, let's see. because I have definitely more pictures to show. So let's see how fast I can get these up. Okay, here's another one.
What up? Wow, there's a bird. Good to see you.
There we go. Well,
What up? Wow.
well, I've lost my controls for the scenes here. It seems like. Man, I am trying. I am trying here. They were there 1 second and then they were not. Controls should be there. Stats. Well, okay. Oh my goodness, there we go. There we go. But what I'm intending to do is show this image. Whoop. There we go. Look at that. See, yes, I can do things. But yeah, that is the iconic shot right there. All four of us waiting to board the train. How about that? Yeah, all the pictures that we took turned out very, very, very well. Very nicely. We all look great. We do. Yeah, it was really nice just, being there all together and now seeing it again. Yeah. Cannot wait to do something like that again. Let's see, I'm looking for another one here. Oh, this is a good one. That's the rodeo meetup? The rodeo meetup? What about that is it all rodeo to you? But here, I have another one. Another good one. There's three of us observing an elephant in that is centered in the frame in the utmost perfect way. Like that shot, that elephant is just the iconic, classic depiction of an elephant. And even with us, the onlookers there. Pace is so tall. Six Bell, I would think you of all people would maybe know about that. But, I don't know. Maybe is this newfound perspective a bit more enticing? No, could be.
What up?
Oh, Sticksbell, you didn't see this video, I guess.
Yeah, about time this meetup happened.
Nice to meet you,
Mikey, great to meet you. Hello, Kira.
Hi, gorgeous.
So nice to meet you in person finally.
Crazy.
How are you?
Pretty good.
You guys made it.
Yeah. Yep.
Traffic? Bad traffic, you said?
We had to go to the additional parking and take the little shuttle because the lot was full.
Oh, God. Okay, that's a pain in the ass.
And
While this video
there
was
was a
being
train
taken?
that
No.
was
There was a
going across the
train.
road then when we were going on the shuttle. So
So just a
that-
calamity of errors
Yes.
all at once.
Slow
Yes.
downs. We were creeping along a little bit, but it's all
Well,
good.
yeah, we're here, and I've scouted out. It's pretty sick. There's this really cool butterfly garden-esque area right
Oh
here that I
my
was
gosh,
just in.
that thing is so cool. I
Bunch of
haven't
dope
been
plants.
here in so long.
Me either. Literally, it's been 5+ years. Absolutely.
yeah, I think this stuff is new here.
Brand new.
I heard you all greeting each other, then it got disconnected. Oh, man. You could have been there as well. You were there. So there's technically 5 of us, kind of. Oh, man. Just got disconnected. And he just like forgot about you right then and there, because he didn't mention. He mentioned that he was on a call. He didn't mention that you actually were there. Man, dang. Wow.
What up? Wow, there's a bird. Good to see you.
Oh no, we're not going back to OB. Oh, good. There. Oh, and by the way, I'm holding an aluminum bottle of Aquafina purely because that was the only water that they had there, and for some reason, I needed it. I needed water. I was very easily dehydrated for some reason that day. But that's the only reason that I had an aluminum bottle of water that was, and I was even drinking Aquafina at all. The only option. You have another one. Oh, hey, Virginia. Thought you'd get here sooner than later. Well, you missed just a little bit of me telling. So I guess you did miss the information about me meeting up with not only Pace, but Pace with Mikey and Elle, and Captain Kira. I don't know if you had caught on to that at all, but the four of us met up at the zoo yesterday. Yeah, this is, I'll probably be playing this a bunch more for all the folks who get in here later. But no problem playing it, but this is the video of us all meeting for the first time.
What up? Wow, there's a bird. Good to see you.
See, it's about time.
Yeah, about time this meetup happened.
Nice to meet you,
Mikey. Great to meet you. Hello, Kira.
Hi, gorgeous.
So nice to meet you in person finally.
Crazy.
How are you?
Pretty good.
You guys made it.
Yeah. Yep.
Traffic? Bad traffic, you said?
And we had to go to the additional parking and take the little shuttle because the lot was full.
Oh, God. Okay, that's a pain in the ass.
And there was a train that
Was
There was a
going across the
train.
road then when we were going on the shuttle. So
So just a
that-
calamity of errors
Yes.
all at once.
Slow
Yes.
downs. We were creeping along a little bit, but it's all good.
Well, yeah, we're here, and I've scouted out. It's pretty sick. There's this like really cool butterfly garden-esque area right
Oh
here that I
my
was
gosh,
just in,
that thing is so cool. I
Bunch of
haven't
dope
been
plants.
here in so long.
Me either. Literally, it's been 5+ years. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think this stuff is new here.
Brand new.
yeah, that was that, and that from that point onward, that was a very legendary day. And I've been showing a couple images from that day. I can pull up one of the ones I've already shown, but I think this is it. Nope. Oh, not that one. It's the cursed screen. Where is it? This might be the best picture from that whole day. The four of us. Jealous, you gotta say? Well, you know, the waffle meetups, I guess that's a bit of a dated term, but you know, I guess you could say, yeah, waffle community meetups are happening left and right, really. So, they, you never know how, if there's any other folks who might be in your area or anywhere else that could be interested in meeting up. I live in Indy. No, we live from different, various different parts around, and of course Mikey is from the Netherlands, so he flew out all the way over here, and the rest of us just drove. But yeah, this was the Indy was kind of I guess a middle point for us all. So wholesome, yes. Yeah, it was very wholesome. Wholesome day, you know. It was it all went by kind of just very naturally. You know, it was all just like we were on a Discord voice chat, just in person. But it was even more natural that way. You know, not at all awkward or anything else. You know, we had all gotten to know each other from talking on Discord through you know, text chatting and voice chatting, and it really got us established quite well, and it was a really great day. Six Belly have to come through their area sometime. Yeah, you know, there that'll be 6 of us then. Yeah, I'd completely be up for that. Yeah, because Pace said that he cannot wait, and for the next time that we're doing this, and neither can I. So I'm really excited to see where this ends up going. You know, friends becoming real life friends. You know, that is something that I would not have ever expected until, you know, things like this were happening. You know, and I became acquainted with the people I've become acquainted with over time. Mouthy didn't go. Yeah, he. Yeah, why didn't he? I guess it was a bit on. Yeah, that is a good question. Maybe he was busy. Who knows? But you know, if he came, I think some of the other people there might have been excited to meet him. You know, that could have been fine. I mean, I would have just kind of been like way in the back, over kind of far away. But I mean, that, you know, all fine. Yeah, that Mouthy will get him on next time, and that. I don't know if I'll be there, but he'll totally get Mouthy in there. Yeah, yeah. Seems like I know he would. He totally would have if he had been able to. He would have been there in a heartbeat. I know he would have. So he's busy for everyone now. Well, Inverse will see how long that lasts. No, I don't. I don't have beef with Timothy at all. But nothing like that has ever happened. But Timothy, I'll just say I would have to do some preparation if I was going to be in the presence of Timothy. I would have to do some, like, I don't know, run through scenarios. But it would take some. I believe in myself. I think I would have it in me to be able to withstand Timothy. I think. Yeah. Beef is the last thing that we need, though. But I don't believe we have any. Can I? Yeah, there's I already showed this one, but here's another one. Just don't show them your roof. Yeah, yeah. And always wear shoes. Always. And covered ones. At that. But this is just a randomly taken picture, but it's this is an oddly perfect one. It's this classic, perfect head-on depiction of an elephant. You know, you look at this historical either illustrations or pictures of elephants, and that is just that. Could be Africa. I know it does. It actually does look kind of convincing. Like even the trees, and that's just Indianapolis. And I guess it's just that was in just the right direction. That it was away from the city, so you can't see any of the skyline behind it. So yeah, and that was a quite nice one. And again, I feel like I also do have to confirm that I'm holding an aluminum bottle of Aquafina just because that was the only water that they had available, and I was slightly dehydrated. Hence why I have an aluminum water bottle and Aquafina to begin with. But let's see. I have many more. Can I upload a video here? Let's see. I don't know if I can do that, but something we did see. This is not one that we were in, but the bears were out. Bears were out, and they usually are not. They usually are just kind of sleeping in a corner somewhere, but the bears were out, and these bears were massive. I think they're just called brown bears, but man, these are the biggest bears I've seen in person. There was that one that was walking around, and then there was this one. Now you can kind of see how large these things actually are. Because its head alone was like about the size of 4 human heads put together. I mean, that thing was giant. I was just sitting there like a person. Also, my chat is not frozen, is it? I need to check again because that happened before. And let's see. Okay, it's going to load. The chat is loading. There it is. No, we ain't frozen. I don't think. No, there we go. But, no, game ain't over yet. Because, so this one was, it was brushing its snout with its paw. Something I had not seen a bear do in person before. Yeah, look at that thing. That thing has muscles in its jaws. Serious PSI, yeah. Oh, and it was hot. It was about like 94 or something when we left. 88 when we got there. But I mean, it was a good thing we were having a fine time there. That heat did not really bother us that much. And of course, to quell the heat, Pace had to get himself a blue raspberry animal sipper, which I thought just was one of the best things I've ever seen. We were going to a dolphin show, but he had to get himself a blue raspberry dinosaur bottle. And we ended up missing the dolphin. Well, we ended up arriving late to the dolphin show, and then they did not let us in. It was effing BS, in my opinion. Oh, okay. It also, I think it had a big bone, but you can see those claws. See the giant claws that it has. Also, classic looking zebra, or zebra, however it is supposed to be pronounced. There was also a bit of a rare sight that we could actually see the cheetahs, the two of them, right next to each other. Usually they're off and away and camouflaged, but they were just all right there, just flopped out. Just seemed like they were just behaving like house cats, really. Even the way that they would move their tails and their ears, the way that they would they just seem like, and they just are big cats just lying around out there. And a bit less exciting than the time several years ago when at that zoo there were one of the cheetahs actually escaped and the zoo had to be put on lockdown. Nothing ended up happening, but it would be slightly interesting to see if you were there. Yeah, yep, it was the Indianapolis Zoo. There's only one zoo in Indianapolis, but it's quite a large one. They take good care of them? Yeah, I did. So far as what I've seen, they do. And they have really, really quite large areas for all the animals. So they seem to be in pretty good spirits. Something that hadn't remembered them having before was porcupines. I guess I seem to remember them having them before, but I don't exactly recall. They had the porcupines. They had these giant warthogs. It's the biggest warthogs I've seen, and the warthogs were surprisingly friendly seeming because this one just came right up to us. Came right up to the fence. That was a big hog. And they are just pigs with long hair and tusks. That's what they are, really. And what else here? Oh, I have to say, one of my favorite parts of the whole zoo, and this is just things I get excited by, but you're about to see what my favorite part of the whole zoo might be right now. That little white Kerbman tuk-tuk vehicle. I was not expecting to see anything like that before. Especially at the back of the zoo. That's when we were riding the train, because they have a little train that goes around the whole place. And that was I don't know what they use that for, but like, I want that. I want to just get on that and zip that thing around the whole place. Where is it? One-seater? It might be, or it could be a very, very cramped two-seater. But where do you like manage to get one of those? Like, I would have no very practical use for it, but I would just like to get on it, and you could just ride down the sidewalk with that practically. That thing, it's not something that I even expected to see in America either. Usually those things are more common in other places, but I looked up the brand Kerbman. Wasn't able to find anything like that, but man, I want one of those. But there are a couple videos here.
What up?
Okay, there's this one, but
Good to see you.
Mediosaurus, and keep in mind that I'm new to this whole OBS thing. Trying to find how I can switch this. Or no, I guess I can do another media page. Or, hold on.
What up?
Wow, there's a bird.
Good to see you.
See it.
Oh, I guess I just got. There we go. Mediosaurus. Oh, I see how you do it. Yeah. This is here we go.
What up?
Bear with me. Mediosaurus. Hold on here. this it? Oh yeah, it is. Here it is. Okay, we got it. We got it. There we go. An anaconda thing they had.
Is that venomous snake? Ready? Is it venomous milk? This way, move it on way.
Oh, that would have been the biggest snake I've ever seen.
That's cool.
That was wild.
Was like about as wide as a football. I need to play that again. That thing was about as wide as a football, and it was mostly just stretched out the whole time, just kind of laying flat. But I was not there. But Mikey took that video. I was kind of behind in another place, but he actually caught it.
Yeah, about time this meetup happened.
Nice to meet you, man.
Mikey. Great to meet you. Hello, Kira. So nice to meet you in person finally.
Crazy.
How are you?
Pretty good.
You guys made it.
Yeah.
Traffic? Bad traffic sense?
We had to go to the additional parking and take the little shuttle.
Is that venomous
Okay,
snake?
that's a pain in the ass.
Train that was going across the road and when we're going on the shuttle. So, yes, yes.
Well, yeah, we're here. And
That's cool.
I've scouted out. That was wild. There's this.
You love snakes? That's a boa constrictor? No, maybe it was. But yeah, I like snakes too. You know, Pace was a bit made uneasy by the snakes. But, you know, there is hearing audio from the other video too. Huh? At the same time? Or now? Anyway, I was going to say that snakes ain't too bad, I think. Hey, they're very fascinating creatures, and they're quite resourceful. They're survivors, and they're nice. If you're nice to them, they're nice to you. And I know that for a fact because when I was a baby, some of the few times where I was outside and my parents would just look away for just a little bit, they would look back and see me, like 1 year old, holding up a big, like, black snake, like a rat snake. Those were legendary moments. Because back then, I did not have some kind of deep-seated aversion or instinctive fear of snakes. I just thought, hey, it's a funny-looking long thing. And none of the snakes I ever picked up did anything bad. They did not even try and squirm away. I think they were able to somehow sense that I meant no harm, and I was just wanting to take a look at it. Which I don't know how common that would be. Otherwise, I have a feeling if I tried to pick up a random snake now, it probably would not have been too kind to me. But I feel sometimes, yeah, Yeah, well, yeah, me as a kid. And there's the thing, though. I was fearless of a lot of the things that kids might generally be fearful of, but I had weird ones, though. There was something about elevators and escalators that I had an aversion to. I have never been able to figure out what it is, why it is. But elevators and escalators, for some reason, made me uneasy. I have no idea why. Oh, and another one, which was even even more weirder. So there's elevators and escalators, which that's a bit strange, but the weirdest one, I must say, the weirdest thing that made me uneasy were forklifts. And no, I do not have a single inkling of an explanation to why that might have been. To why I had an aversion to forklifts. Elevators freaking out. Well, that's, even back then, that was before I knew about elevators, stalling, braking, turning off while you're in them. That was even before that. I just somehow had a strange aversion to them. But, I mean, yeah, with something like, having a fear of being trapped in an elevator, that is rational. That is rational. But, I don't know if I'll ever find out what those were about, or the forklift one. All other vehicles, to me, that I saw out in person, all fine. Forklifts, no. For some reason. And I thought, motorcycles were cool. I'd see, and at 2 years old, I would see and hear these motorcycles whizzing by, and I did not even get disturbed by the sound of them. But all vehicles were fine, except forklifts. No idea. Of going in elevators, but I was terrified of getting stuck in one. Like, I don't love going in elevators either. But I'd much rather take the stairs anyway. I trust my legs. And usually, and I do this every time I'm faced with an elevator and the stairs right next to it, I wait till the elevator doors close after the people get in there, and I go up the stairs, and I'm there. I'm usually always there when before the elevator gets there, and I wait there for a couple seconds for the people to get out, and see that it is possible. It is possible to trust your legs and to just use kind of common sense, I guess. That shows that we don't need elevators. Sometimes, maybe sometimes, but it's something you got to. You just cannot take downstairs. Well, there's a reason why we at some point invented ramps. So ramps are cool, I think. I'd go use ramps before I would use stairs even. Because you can skateboard down ramps, you can ride a bicycle up ramps, you can roller skate down ramps, you can Heeley down ramps. So ramps, I do think, are superior to elevators and even stairs. So, yes, install some ramps today. But how did we even get here? I guess, yeah, we were talking about snakes and all that, but yeah, I would say that was a successful zoo visit and a successful meetup, because that was, I would say, one of the, if not the highlight of this year, because if anything spells out legendary, and that just had to happen, would have been that, because it was just destined. Me and Pace, the two podcasters of the waffle community, we just had to somehow connect. And then, however, Mikey NL and Captain Kira got in the mix, I guess that we might not ever know, but we'll just be glad that it happened. And I am glad that it happened, and I'm glad that we are planning on doing more things like that again as soon as we can. And I'm going to be, as you might have seen in the community post, this is going to be one of the last streams for a little while, because I'm actually going to be going somewhere, and might be giving some updates about that here and there. But I'm going to be going somewhere. I'm going to be for a while, so I might get some content out of that. But that's going to be almost a month, and then after that is when the semester starts for me. For university, and who knows when I'm going to have adequate time for cool things like that. But I know that as soon as we can, as soon as I'm back from where I'm going, I'm sure that I can be leaving us for a while. You know what? It wasn't even my idea, but it was something that I just I was deciding to go along with. But when I can, I will be posting whatever I can while I'm out and away. The last thing I want to do is knock over my harp. The last thing I would like to do is leave you all and just disappear, going off away. But that is what I would like to try to prevent with all my power in the most that I can. So I will definitely try and do as much as I can to prevent my complete absence, which I doubt will be the case at all, that I'll have any kind of absence. Neglection is not part of my character at all. So that is one of the things you can expect, at least from me. But what you can expect is when I'm done with that, we're going to be, I think we're going to be having some more of these meetup things going on. Me and Pace had been talking about a couple of places that could be good for meeting up at. I had some good places in mind around here. I mean, I had to go to him, so maybe now he'll have to go to me now, because there's some fascinating things around this area that are, meetup worthy of and content worthy of, I think. So I'm excited, and there's possibilities are just about endless. And they're going to be getting even more endless if we can get some more folks to come around. Virginia, Sticksville, you all are seeming interested, so we'll just see what we can accomplish here, because we're able to bring together the four of us that we brought together yesterday. So I would say that's proof that we can do many more things, and in many more places. So all I'll do is just look forward to what we can do. I'll just be along for the ride. But that's going to be definitely something that gonna have some fun times with. Definitely would be down for a meetup. Go to the U.S. Oh yeah. Have you ever been to the U.S., Sixbell? I don't know if you have or not. You know, or you know, if the possibilities are really endless, we'll go over and saunter over to Poland. No, we're not going to Poland. Not still on the Poland thing. I'm over the Poland thing. No, we're going to go to Sweden, and I'll have to learn some old European tunes on this new gadget, which kind of started trying to figure out, because this is chromatic, and I think that's how you play a chromatic scale. No. There we go. Is it? I've been playing it. I'm trying to learn how to play it. No, it's this way. Okay. It's just something. It's to play like a chromatic scale is just a repeated pattern that you have to just get the hang of. I think there might be some, and this is from the 80s, and definitely had some use out of it, and I think there are some buttons that are playing two reeds at once, I think. So I do think I will have to get in here and get inside and see if there's anything I need to fix. I think there might be, though. Which it shouldn't be. I'm guessing that it won't be the hardest thing to fix if it's just two reeds that are being connected by the same button. I should just kind of have to shift something over. But if not, and if it is something that I can't repair, who knows? I mean, this town of all towns, would be the one to have somebody who knows how to repair an accordion. So, who knows? But hopefully, I'll just be able to do it myself. But I know I will not be able to do anything or finish up the next half of this stream if I do not get myself some water. I don't know about any of you all, but I am quite water dependent. I mean, we all are, but I exceptionally need water, I must say. got some water. I had to gain some water, and I had to lose some water. And yes, I did wash my hands. Jack. How have people forgotten about that? That dismissal. Ran out of coasters. Periodically. Anyway. Got myself some water. This is some good stuff, by the way. Of course, it's berry themed. But I also got some limeade and pomegranate juice. But I think I'll just do some of that. Get some of the limeade, and then some kosher salt and Tabasco and one green olive because I am not 21 years old. No, I'm joking. I'm not putting all that in this. Did any of you ever used to do that when you were younger? Make fake cocktail-like beverages? I know I did that once. That was quite the silly time. That was at a sleepover once. I made a lot of slushy drinks in the blender. Oh yeah? Yeah, I remember I made stuff, what did I even put in these things? But at a sleepover once. And these things that I made, whatever I put in them, but the guys that I served it to, and this is when I was, how old was I? I was 14, and they were around my age. I made stuff that they would not even drink. Like, they took a couple sips, and I know I put a lot of kosher salt in whatever I made. And it wasn't too salty for me, actually. I'm quite the salt guy, but too much for them, I guess, and ended up just being more for me. But that was 14. That was 2019. That was, I couldn't see myself doing something like that now, but like back then, I've done whatever. But anyway, as the title of this stream is, as what the title of the stream is indicative of, I met Pace Weitkamp. I've been talking about that for almost the whole time here, but we also have that and other stories on the title here. So I have quite the story. Actually, two stories. This is two stories. One's shorter, and that's one that I had. That actually an experience that happened more recently that I just felt had to be talked about. But there was another one after that I've been planning for a while, but I actually had not gotten a chance to talk about them on streams just yet because I've been doing a whole bunch of other things on the last couple streams I've been doing. But anyway, the first story here is something that happened recently, and it's fair season. It's county fair season in a lot of places, and I know like Jack and Steven were talking about that on the streams recently, and I know Captain Kira was talking about that on her Giant Buns stream. She went to the fair recently. So did I, back on... Well, thanks, Daniel. I don't know when the last time you've been here was, but I haven't had a haircut since May of this year. So, I don't know if you've been there, last time you were here was before that or after that, but I didn't get a haircut recently. It's just a new thing I've been doing with it. But thank you anyway. And good to have you here, of course. But anyway, I was going to say that... what was I saying? Yeah, I went to the fair, what was it, July 5th? July 5th I went to the fair, county fair here, that I usually go to every year. I usually like to go in there. I usually go there, and I always like going there. That's the county fair here. Always one of my favorite places to go, just in general. Only runs for about a week, and always quite enjoyable. Quite enjoyable time there. And this particular time there was something different there, something slightly different. So there is a barn type building, like they have their commercial barns that are that have all the local business, some of the local organizations, business organizations, some political organizations there. But there's this other one that usually houses the local, I guess it's the local children's TV program there that's on the local television station. And they have various, I guess, kids-themed programs and things that are. I think they're usually. I used to watch it, but have not watched it in a while. There's a lot of segments around various local things and just various things that would be could appeal to kids, and they usually occupy that one barn and have I don't know exactly what they have there, what they exactly do, but I know they're there anyway. But there's some different shows that go on in there, but usually it is the same thing every year that I've gone, and I've been going for a while, since before I can remember. So, but this time, I was just walking past the building, and I heard yelling from the inside. I heard like some guy yelling, and it was amplified. Like I could tell he was yelling into a microphone or a megaphone or something. It is definitely unusual, because usually that is one of the last sounds you hear from that building. And obviously I had to go check it out and see what in the world's going on. There's either something different or one of the children's TV hosts is going off. And I couldn't hear what the guy was saying. I just hear he was yelling about something. And so I go in, and I just kind of poke my head into the doorway, and I see this guy in a white suit. This guy in a white suit, with a microphone, and there's a whole big crowd of people, like more people in that building that I've seen before, that are crowded around. And it looks to be like he's on a small boxing ring, almost, is what it looks like. Looks like he's in a small boxing ring. And I couldn't exactly, I did not obviously have the best idea of what was going on there, what that was. So I stepped in, and there was this guy who somebody else said was a woman. I couldn't really tell, but it was this older person who was at the front desk. I did not really see when I was poking my head in there, but I went in there. As soon as I stepped foot in there, this person who was Hispanic, I think, said to me, "You got a ticket?" And I said, "What? Got a ticket? $15." And I was just kind of confused at that point. I didn't know you never had to have tickets to get into that place. And I said, no. And I just stepped out, because obviously that person did not want me in there if I did not have a ticket. So I stepped out and was kind of trying to look in, but then there was more and more people coming in. So it was obviously something very popular, and I had no idea what it was. And as I was walking out, I can hear this guy doing like a one of those spelling call and response things. Give me a that. Well, what's that spell? And he was having everybody spell out his name. I can't remember what his name was. I think I heard him say, "Give me a D, give me an I, give me an S." That was all I heard. And then that might have been it, oddly enough. But there might have been like one more letter. I don't know. And the what's that spell? What's that spell? And then right after everybody was calling out his name, he said to these guys, "What? No. Oh, what did he say? Why am I drawing a bit of a blank on this?" What did he say? Oh, wait. What was it? Yeah. I don't know what he said. After everybody had called out his name and did the call and response thing, he said, I don't need a bunch of Indiana morons spelling out my name. Why am I having a bunch of and that, I think, got some mixed responses. But anyway, he was making this crowd wild. He definitely knew how to rile up a crowd. Daniel Ozark in the chat. Yeah, oh yeah. Pace in the chat as well. We've got the good folks here. But that is the last thing I heard as I was walking out the door, and somebody else came in the door and just tried to. I could tell she was just trying to see what was going on in there, and that person at the desk did not even ask if she had a ticket. Just said $15, and they're clearly trying to run a tight business there. No freewheelers there. So anyway, I can even hear this guy yelling from the inside of this building from when I'm on the outside, and as I was walking away from this building. But anyway, after I walked away from that building, I went over to the corn stand, because there's a stand that sells just corn. They just have corn. They've been there for quite a long time, and it's just old family business where they just they give you corn. They dunk in butter for you, and just give you some corn on the cob. It's a place I visit every single time I go there. And I later in the evening, as I was after I'd gotten my corn, I was walking past the side of this building, and I was still kind of wondering what was going on in there. Like there was something different, something quite different, something that there was some obnoxious guy riling up a crowd about. And as I was walking past the side of this building, I see this guy who's probably about, I don't know, he might be, he's under 4 feet tall. I know, and he's in a, you know, fully grown adult guy, but he's just like he's under 4 feet, and he starts going up to me, and I can see his eyes are on me, and he's going up, and he's walking, you know, progressively faster toward me, and I can see he's coming up towards me, and I think, all right, what's going to happen next? What's this guy up to? And then I can see he's about to say something to me, and like I could tell that he's about to say something loudly toward me, and I'm thinking, oh man, what is this even going to be? This guy, I can tell he's going to be quite the character. What's this going to be about? And what he says is, hey, where'd you get that corn at? And I then told him, oh, it's just a stand that's over on the other side of the fairgrounds over there. You can't miss it. And he said, all right, thank you. And he walks away. And as he's walking away, and this guy's wearing all black. He's wearing, you know, black trousers and a black shirt. And it, to me, it looked like kind of like a uniform. And I see, as he's walking away, what his shirt says. His shirt says micro wrestling on it. That is what was going on in that big barn. That there was that obnoxious guy riling up a crowd. That's what everybody was flocking to in this barn. They were doing micro wrestling. Micro wrestling at my little county fair that's way out there and close to an airfield. That's they're having micro wrestling. Something that I had not ever expected them to ever even have out there. Might as micro wrestling? Yeah, that's what it is. Like, but it's just how, you know, how you have, you know, like weight classes and height classes in wrestling. You know, there's people who are very, very short, and that's the kind of wrestling that they do. It's called micro wrestling. It's the name for it. And never ever expecting to see that at all. Never expecting to see that in this town, in this county at all. But at the county fair, didn't know how. Neither did I. I thought you had to go and I thought it was something that was happening in like cities. But at the county fair, and this county fair in particular, like how did they even organize that? How did that get set up? Did you go watch it? No, because like I was explaining earlier, I tried to go in and there was this person telling me $15 for a ticket for one ticket for myself, $15. So and there was just I just went in there to see what this guy was yelling about. But that's why it looked like he was in a little boxing ring, because it was a miniature sized wrestling ring. I had no idea. I did not even make the connection until I saw that guy's shirt that said that, and he was one of the guys. And that just blew my expectations for what to expect at the fair. No freebies, no, not at all. But people were flocking to that. I guess that's wrestling is just. I've never been a fan of wrestling at all, and I think many of you know that I do like boxing, but I don't usually watch boxing. I usually like to do boxing. So, but no, I definitely know of the wrestling fan mania that's out there, and micro wrestling is even more specific and more of a specialty thing to see. So I guess how that could cause some crowds to flock there. I paid $10 to see that. 15 to yeah, and just for me, just for a single ticket. Anyway, I guess that they got to keep micro wrestling afloat, but they definitely made some good bucks because that place was packed full of audience members. See Sir Monster wrestle someone. Who would I wrestle though? I think if you're gonna ask $10, I think it has to be more specific. Like, who do I have to wrestle? I don't know. I might wrestle Steven. I could see that potentially happening. Okay, Mike. Not any Waffles fight. Well, I mean, it would not be a genuine fight. It would be in good sportsmanship, in good conduct. Only Jack and Steven can fight. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe if I had a brother, I would. Or maybe I could get my my best brother with a apostrophe on it. My best brother, JHNSB. That could. I think I just answered my own question. My best brother, JHNSB, versus Sir Monster. That's going to be the match of the century. I can tell you. Would that ever happen? No clue at all. But if he wanted to do it, he was up for that. Definitely want. He'd fight dirty. No, I think he's a better man than that. No, I know my brother. He's better man than that. He wouldn't. The only thing that he would do in terms of fighting dirty at all is he would involve some hat action. That I'm gonna have to see if that would be against the rules or not. But I guess the second story that I had in mind here. I don't know if it relates at all, but this is the story that I had planned in the works for a while. In my opinion, it's the even better story because it's quite a story of perfection and time redeeming its own arcs and things coming full circle. All box Jack. Man, okay, if you want to, we'll see. We'll definitely see. But anyway, now we got some of the lurkers here to pop their heads up in the chat. It's about time that I start the main story. And I pace, you Pace versus Jack. Winner donates. Winner donates $500 to Marco Wrestling. How about that? Anyway, now Pace, you ain't the biggest fan of my stories, but I will tell you, this is a good one. This one I'm about to tell, and I have thought this one through. I've thought this one through. Chelsea, but she's gone now. Oh man, but I feel the Chelsea though. I feel a bit of a need to be a bit protective over that statement, because Stickspell, I don't know if you have seen or not, and any of the other viewers here have seen or not, but there's something that we all should see. Something that some of you have seen, but Stickspell or Virginia and Daniel, I don't know if you've seen this before. I'm going to show it. I find it. Yes. This was an image that, not this one. This was something that, a picture that Mikey was so kind enough to take for me, for all of us to see. But yeah, when you come at Chelsea like that, I somehow feel the need to be a bit protective because of Oh, you have seen that Stickspell? Of course you have. You look like I don't even know what that means. Is that a Mexican gang member? She looks as... okay, that's not the best word. Mikey made that. Well, yeah, Stickspell, it was only when she found herself over me. Because I didn't have anything to do with that, but she, I guess it was her call. Yeah. Quite unfortunate. Yes, we can pace. Yes. Anyway, to my story that I've been planning for a long while here. What was I gonna say? Is that really of I guess I should be more unnerved by the picture, but than you all are. But I was a bit unnerved when I first saw it. But you know, I found it as good material to throw out there whenever necessary. Anyway, Chelsea has yeah, I know what you're trying to say there. Anyway, back to what I was about to start. I got I got arms like tree trunks, legs like tree trunks. Yeah, that is correct, Pace. Yes, quite correct. But anyway, we'll figure out who's boxing who at some future time and date. But take a shot every time he tries to get back to the story. Yeah, just like when I was trying to tell the story about me and Yalaya. What are your thoughts on Justin's call on a Friday? Oh my goodness, are you all trying to? Do you not want me to tell the story? My goodness, Justin's calling on Friday. I heard just a little bit of it, but I think Justin misunderstands furries. I think he just thinks of them as Disney mascots. I think with a lot of things he has a bit of an overfixation on them, Disney mascots. I don't think he is a real technical furry, but I do think he has misunderstood for himself fixation on these things. I think he needs to know really what the context of all of it is, if he's able to understand that. But I really do think that he needs to meet a lady. He really, really needs to meet a lady. He has said he wants to be hugged and he needs to meet a lady. You know, I know he's said that that's not that much of an interest of his, but I think he just maybe needs to give it a try. Furry lady. Most furries are men though. Ugh. Check Discord for a second. Okay. Friend. Yeah. The thing is, his sister or sisters, wherever, they keep him locked up. But, check Discord for a second. What? Oh my. Okay. You know, I might have to start neglecting the chat if you're going to. Okay, this now I'm really unnerved. Oh goodness. Okay, let's get rid of that one. Oh no. What? Yeah. Okay. Yes, Sticks. I am disturbed as well. Oh, I'm so pale. Yeah, let's get out of here. I'm removing this one. Take us from the stream. Yeah, man, you're sneakily screenshotting expression in the. I don't even remember looking like that. Man. I have to be more dignified then. I'll just have to sit here stone-faced like a golem. I think that makes sense. Golem, one of those like stone figurines. Anyway. Yes, we're satisfied. We've seen the pictures. We're satisfied. I think I can now be satisfied to tell you all that I could tell a story I've been planning for a while. Yes. So, to preface the story, if many of you all do not know, I live out on a ridge in the woods. At the end of a ridge in the woods, out in the certified get stick spell, you're on thin ice. So easily distracted. You know, I'm not as distracted in person, I will say. When I have multiple messages, you're distracting me now. Dang it. Copperhead Ridge, yes. Copperhead is, my ridge has a lot of copperheads. And it is the certified sticks. There's a lot of sticks and brambles and dirt and gravel road. So naturally, something that you need out here, it's just a necessity, is boots, and a good pair of them. We've got bells, sticks. What about the bells? Oh yes, yeah. You know, maybe this is yeah. We'll have this be we'll have Copperhead Ridge be the next scene of the meetup, and we'll have the sticks and the bells. Finally. Anyway, you need a good pair of boots while you're out here. And I can remember the first pair of good boots that I ever got. And they were given to me by a neighbor who was a couple years older than me at the time. And this was in 2008, I think. 2008 or 2009, somewhere around that time. He had grown out of his boots, and he gave me, you know, it was a part of a bunch of stuff that that family had handed down to me. Because I do believe in, if you want to call them hand-me-downs, whatever, you know, reused clothing. Clothing that is previously owned by, preferably somebody you know, but nothing wrong with inheriting clothing at all. But these boots, I must say, were the most perfect pair of boots I have ever encountered. Really. These boots were, and I can say, they were completely perfect. They were the perfect pair of boots. Everything about them was exactly all you could want in a good pair of Western boots. And I wore those things out. I wore those until they were, I could barely fit in them. And I really couldn't. I was walking in them like I was walking in a pair of high heels. Like this is, they're tiny on me. Or they're used, yes, all broken and good, yes. Yeah, they were. I don't usually wear other people's shoes, but, you know, that was like 4 or 5 years old. Anyway, I wore those, I can remember, the last time I wore those was in 2012, is when I wore those last. And I got them in about 2008 or 9. 2012, finally grew out of them. Wore them for the last time, and they had a good run, very good run. And so, about that year or the year after, I got another pair of boots, which were similar. They're same, you know, general Western boot style, but they were just not those, those original ones. They were fine, nothing too wrong with them, but they were just all right. Nothing like the original ones at all. But anyway, I wore those up until I cannot even remember the last time I wore those. But I wore them probably, the last time I wore those was probably 2014, maybe 14, 15, somewhere around there. And you know, eventually grew out of them. I don't really remember growing out of them that much though. But anyway, after that, I got the pair of outdoor footwear that I had came to acquire after that were some, I can't remember what the brand was. Oh no, they were Columbia. They were Columbia outdoor shoes. They were not boots, but they were they kind of looked like running shoes, but they were more fit for you know, wearing outdoors. And the bottoms, they had the most serious tread out of any piece of footwear I've ever seen. So those are not boots, but those are my outdoor shoes from that period of time. And then I also had some rain boots that I would also wear. Some thought they were quite nice, but then I've then figured out that these Columbia shoes that I got really were not exactly what were adequate that I needed, because if you go to wear them outside and in the sticks and leaves and dirt and mud, you're going to get stuff on them, and you're going to get stuff on top of them and on the sides. And since they were made like running shoes, they had those open, breathable areas that things could get, dirt and stuff could get in, and it was quite a pain to clean. So those were not the most adequate. And so I finally came to the realization that I need to finally find myself a very, very, very good pair of boots. And I came to that realization either it was late last year or earlier this year. I came to that conclusion that I need to finally find a good, substantial pair of good quality boots once and for all. And these will be boots that I'll be sticking with. So, I think that'll be no problem. No problem at all. So I tried looking first at the outdoor clothing, equipment, and footwear store that's downtown. It's a local business. Very, very nice. The only one in town, so if you're ever here visiting, and you'll know where to find it. You'll know where it is. This is the only one in town. Consider giving them business, because they are quite good, quite nice. Except they just did not have the kind of boots that I was looking for. They had some, but they had a lot in the way of Keen products, and I ain't too keen on Keen products and Keen footwear. It's not really my thing too much. So I then decide to go to the place that would likely be the most no-brainer of any place that I could look for boots at. And that is the historic town that is a bit less than an hour away from here, that is nestled in between the hills, and is in the county that is most known for hiking. And it is, I think, the county that is most known for hiking in the state, has the most hiking going on in the state. That is the main thing about this place. I think it's quite the no-brainer. Well, I go there, and I'm able to find no footwear stores at all. I find that very, very, very odd. Not able to find any. And so then I'm thinking, well, how in the world do they not have any kind of footwear? They would have to have had boots, some kind. They would have to. But then I thought, well, actually no, they don't have them in individual footwear stores. They must have them in the leather stores, because there are 2 or 3, I think there were 3 or 4 leather stores in that town. They're quite keen on leather making there, and I think, well, that's the perfect place to go. And I went to them, and at 2 of those places, I found boots. I found some good-looking Western boots, but they were the more fashionable kind. Not really the kind that you would like to wear outdoors. They were more, they were black, and they had, some red and green on them. They were shiny. The thing was, they were shiny and black and red and green. Now, the kind of boots that you wear if you're in Leonard Skinner, or if you're in a Leonard Skinner cover band, tribute band, or you purchase just to go to a Leonard Skinner concert, and you never wear again, at all. Oh yeah, Sticks Bill, I'm glad he does. So, you know, there were that kind of boots, and that was not what I was looking for out here, you know. If my neighbors saw me out in my yard wearing those boots, they would look at me funny. And I would look at myself funny if I wore those. Hence why I did not get them. They were good design, quite a good design. I will say, you know, the whole design of the boot overall, very nice. But they're just not the outdoors kind. And I will say, so after that, I just was out of ideas, really. Did not know where else to look, and there is always online. You know, you could look online, but I did not know exactly where to, like, what kind of search things, what things I should search for the perfect pair of boots. So other than that, you know, in terms of stores that I could go to, I really could not think of anything because there are not much in the way of shoe stores here. There was one that was quite good, quite nice, but it closed down. Shoe stores are not having the most success nowadays, at least here. And I wasn't about to go over to Payless Shoes in the mall, so that wasn't going to be an option. So I was really just out of ideas, really. But that all changed when I was going to one of my favorite stores. One of my favorite stores to go to, I've gone to for a long time. Somewhere where it's well, you can't really avoid going if you live in any kind of rural area, and if you take and if you're doing stuff for yourself and ain't got a crew of maintenance guys doing all your work for you, you almost have to find yourself at the Rural King at least once a month. I find myself there about twice or so a month, even more, and it's certainly always been one of my favorite stores to go to. Just something about it. They've got all the right stuff. It's just my kind of place. Rural King is my kind of place, and if they ever want to sponsor me, that was one of the few businesses I might actually accept the sponsorship from. But I was there, and I go there frequently for anything that I need to anything that I might need, and that time when I was there, I for some reason happened to notice, only that time that I'd happened to notice their clothing section. And I never really was thinking of Rural King to be a clothing store. You know, they just mainly have, you know, farm and home property equipment and supplies there, a lot of supplies. And I just happened to notice this clothing section, and I noticed that it was a lot larger than I had thought it would be. And then I thought, oh my goodness, how in the world have I not thought of this? Rural King, the Rural King. I've been going here all this time. This is the place I should have been looking. They for sure have boots. And so I was going over through their clothing section, and they, sure enough, had a large footwear section. They had a whole bunch of boots. Boots of all different kinds. It's outdoor boots, hiking boots, work boots. They had quite the supply. And I thought, okay, this is it. You know, why haven't I looked here? So I started looking through them, and a lot of the boots that I was seeing were just not really up to spec. they were boots. They definitely were boots, but not they seemed a bit too extra. Seemed a bit too modern. It seemed like they were taking the simple idea of a boot and vamping it up too much. And that ain't my style at all. I'm very much of a purist and one to be classic, one for the classicness and simplicity. And so those boots were not striking my fancy. So I ended up looking through the entire footwear section, looking at all the boots. Nothing was exactly calling out to me that much. Until I found them. At the end of the footwear section, all the boots that I've been looking for, the last pair that I saw were the ones. I'll show you right here what I ended up laying my eyes on when I eventually did. I took a picture of them. If I can find it here. I actually know how to pull this up now. Oh, come on, don't tell me I missed them. My goodness. Oh, did I not post them here? I guess I didn't. Huh. Okay, hold on. Give me a moment. Here we go. This is what I ended up laying my eyes on. This is what I found. It is the Ariat, however you pronounce that, brand, Circuit Patriot. I know you've seen those pastes, but the other viewers, well, you wouldn't expect how this story is going to end up. You would not expect there's a lot more than you've ever heard. Just hold your horses there, buddy. But anyway, this is what I came across, what I laid eyes on. And I thought, yes, this is it. My search has been fulfilled. I no longer have to be at peril and searching and looking for boots and finding no success in anywhere that I look, and finding boots that are just not the style that I would like. I finally found the ones that are the style that I have been looking for all this time. Here they are. I can finally rest. So I took the boot and was about to grab the other one to go and try them on. And I happened to look inside, you know, just because not that I was not intended on looking inside, I just, you know, I was about to try them on, so of course you get, you see a bit of the inside, and something caught my eye, and I took a closer look. And what I discovered was you see that? You see that in there? That's an insert that is bumpy. And if you can see what that says, it's a bit blurry. It says cushioning and massage. Cushioning and massage. And what in the heck kind of BS in the world in the heck in the is that? How in the world? What? I just could not believe it. All my satisfaction, all my feelings of being at peace just went. They just went. Because when I saw that, I felt like I had been cheated to the max. I spent all this time looking, and I think that I've finally, that my search has been finally paid off, and I've finally have come to the portion of success. I finally found success in my searches, and then you get that. And it just shows me that it is all for nothing. What in the world kind of BS is... I just felt like somebody somehow was just trolling me when I saw that. Yeah, thanks, Obama. Yep. Maybe it was Obama. Maybe he somehow had an eye on my boot search and just felt the need to kick me right in the gut. Because that is what it felt like. When I saw that nonsense in there, that's what I felt like. Somebody kicked me right in the gut. And they weren't wearing the Tempur-Pedic boots either. So I was beside myself. And that became became what was the entire story of the Tempur-Pedic boots. And that was known as the infamous Tempur-Pedic boots incident. And that is all it was. It ended very, very, very disappointingly. But I was just beside myself. I could not even accept that fact that happened to me. And I even went back to the Rural King. And I did the exact same thing. I looked through all the boots to see if my memory was serving me correctly. That was before I was even taking those pictures. And so I took those pictures the second time, and I just eventually had to come to the reality that Rural King was a boot disappointment. Also, something else I noticed when I did not notice the last time, or the first time that I seen them, was this thing, which is the logo of the brand. That logo that's on the upper heel of them, and you can see on the boxes, all the boxes there, that is the Ariat logo. Ain't that one of the strangest logos? They make footwear, and their logo looks like a Biohazard logo, but also kind of looks like one of those like digital snowflake creator things. I don't know if you all are familiar with those. you can when you like create snowflakes on your computer. It's just very strange, and not really the logo that I would like on my boots. Not very classic there, to me at least. But anyway, I'd been telling that story, and Pace was assuming that he had heard the story before, and I had been telling that version of the story before, and where it just ended there. And Pace actually contributes to this story. He actually has a part to play in the story, because I was on voice chat telling the story on a different server, and Pace said he chimed in to my predicament, saying, "Why don't you just go to Boot Barn? You know, they're sure to have something." I thought, Boot Barn? Boot Barn? Have I ever heard of a Boot Barn before? Don't know if I have. What is Boot Barn? And then that reminded me of a store that is about 2 hours away from here, called Boot City, that my mother was telling me about, and that she got a very, very nice pair of boots from, Western boots from, and I was thinking that could be about the same thing, so I looked up Boot Barn and saw a couple of their products, and right as I had seen those, I thought, man, I better go to this place. And it was about an hour or so away, and I went there, and the first thing I see when I come in the door is this rack, this display rack up front, display shelf, like a circular shelf up front, and they have a couple of their products displayed there. And the first thing that I see are the Tempur-Pedic boots, those same boots. So that kind of freaks me out a little bit. Thinking, wow, man, is that a sign of my fortune? Those are the first thing I see. But that was the first thing I saw. But then I got a good look around the store and saw they were, they had the stuff. They were authentic Western wear, and they got it good over there. Definitely recommend if you're looking for anything, any kind of Western wear, rural wear, that is where you need to go. That is definitely where you need to go. Because they got it all. And I made my way over to the boot section, and I got a good look at the boots, and they had a ton. They just had shelves and shelves of these boots. And I thought, this definitely seems promising. And I decided that I'd just start at the end of the shelves and just work my way through the entirety of them. And this is a bit of a side note, side rant, just a bit, but one of the first pairs of boots that I see there, which I thought looked kind of promising, I pulled this pair of boots out and thought, these are pretty good looking. This is about the same kind of style that I've been looking for. These could have potential. I want to try these on. But then I happened to look at the label, and what I saw on the label just made me laugh out loud. Because this is what I saw there. This is what the label said. Oh, hold on. Yes, they are, so I need to get the right ones, Stixbo. Okay, these are the boots. Right here. Pretty good looking boots, if I might say so. I think we can all agree that those are some solid, standard Western boots. They're the ones in the middle, if you cannot tell. You know, the lighter ones are looking pretty good, but I can show you a bit of a closer picture of the label and what it said. This is what it was. This is what it is. Moonshine Spirit by Brad Paisley. What in the world? That was... Can consider me blown away. Brad Paisley? He's got boots? What? And those are the boots that the first pair of boots that I take interest in and I pull out, and they have to be Brad Paisley boots? Oh, come on. First of all, they have the Tempur-Pedic incident, but then this is just almost kicking me while I'm down. The heck? You know, this, I must say, This experience was exactly the same kind of experience that I get when I hear Brad Paisley's music. I think, you know, this is kind of a good sound of song. You know, this I think I might like this one. Oh, it's Brad Paisley. Oh, no, I've been duped. I've been duped into liking the sound of the song, and then it's, you know, it sounds like, oh yeah, this sounds kind of good. It's got a good intro, good instrumental, and then I hear, every time you take a sip in this smoky atmosphere, and I think, it's Brad Paisley. It's Ticks. It's Ticks. That's the man wrote a song called Ticks. It's a flirtatious song about checking you for ticks. Oh man. So that was not a good start to my search at this newfound boot barn place. So I did not let that dampen my spirit, though. I tried to not let that dampen my spirit, but that was at the back of my mind. I just could not shake it. But as I was searching, you know, throughout my search, I was just, you know, pulling out various pairs of boots, you know, taking a look at them, you know, just trying to see what all they had, and I was just going from shelf to shelf, and for some reason, I kept being fooled, and I kept pulling out the Tempur-Pedic boots. The same boots, the original boots, the Tempur-Pedic boots, the cushioning and massage, weird Biohazard logo boots. And every time I would pull them out, I would think, oh, this is some, I don't know if I've seen these before. These look, oh, they're the Tempur-Pedic ones. It's like these things were haunting me. Like I could not escape from them. These things were following me. It's like that was part of my destiny. An unfortunate one at that. So that kind of scared me a bit. But despite all that, the last pair of boots in my size that I took a look at were the winners. I finally could declare victory. These ones right here, they ended up being the ones. I'll give you a better look at them right here. The temper. No, Junior, are you just trolling with me or something, or I don't know what possessed you to say that, but no, these are Cody James. These are the Cody James Mad Cat Westerns. And I would say they're quite up my alley. They're everything about them is regular. It is simple and it is classic. They were the ones. Exactly what I've been looking for. So that was what you call a success story, and I was satisfied. Completely. But I thought that would be the story, the success story, to end all success stories. But the story continues into a few weeks ago. I was down in my basement, and I happened to notice something poking out of a box. And I took a closer look at what was poking out of this box. You actually look proper American. I guess I do, Robert. Yeah, these boots are quite proper boots, compared to the nonsense you find in some places. But I went to go take a closer look at what was poking out of this box. And my first thought was, what in the world? I've finally been reunited with my original boots. They've just been in this box in the basement for some reason. I've come full circle. I'm going to come full circle with these boots. How about that? And so I pulled them out, and got a closer look. And I then realized that those were not my original pair of boots. Those were my second pair of boots from that I got when I was like 8 years old. And I was blown out of my mind by how small they were. Look at these things. These are tiny. Like they even have the dirt from when I last wore them. This is like preserved dirt on here. And I was blown away. My perspective was absolutely blown by how these things, I wore these when I was 8 and 9 years old, 10 years old, and these went up to about here, where these boots are at. Like, I was so unaware that I was once at that age. I was that small, and these boots were that big on me. That's just something you see these old things that you had as a kid for the first time in a long while when you're all grown up, and you get surprised how much smaller these things look. So I thought, how about that? But that was not the end of that experience, because I thought it was just going to end in the vein of, you know, I'm finally been reunited with my old boots, and my perspective on how I've grown is just blown out of my mind. But I then happened to look at the bottoms of these boots. I don't know if any of you can see that well, but this might be a bit familiar to you. See that? Poking through the mud there? That logo, a bit familiar? If you can see that brand name. They're Ariat. Alright. It's the same brand as the Tempur-Pedic boots. These things, I've been cursed with the Tempur-Pedic boots since I was 8 years old. Oh my goodness, that freaked me out. All this time. And these are the boots I've been wearing. The same brand, the same kind. Oh my goodness, what in the world is going on? What is even real? I'm about to... That is something that is just called hard to believe. And you know what? I still do not know what to think, how to feel about that. They've been with me. You know what? You know what this feels like? You know, Virginia, Captain Kira, I know that, and I don't know if Mikey's here or not, but I know he knows this show. I feel right now like that scene in Twin Peaks when Leland found out, that he had been possessed by Bob that whole time, and he's the things that he's done. That's kind of, obviously that's a totally different scenario, but that's kind of the same kind of vein as what I experienced. Like something that I had been completely unaware of my whole life and was shocked by. Yeah, moment of clarity, but it still is not even, I don't even know what it is. It's just, it's what you call full circle. Spoiler alert, well, we know we've seen it, so. It's an old show. You know, a whole lot of people might have seen it already, so. I think if it is something that is that old, there are rules to spoilers. There are rules to spoilers. You know, I don't think it was that bad. I don't think it was that bad. I'll put in the description in this video a timestamp or something to skip over if you that particular. Anyway. What matters now? I guess all that matters now is I got boots. I got boots, and they're good boots, and I'm satisfied with those. So if there's anything I can find satisfaction with, it is these boots. And they're going to be with me for a long while. Yep, I do think so. But anyway, that was a bit of a roller coaster of events. How did we get from we went from the shock of there being a four-way waffle member meetup. Four-way waffle member. A meetup of 4 waffle members, and then, you know, the story of how that happened, and then the story of the boots. Did you wear them at the zoo? No, I didn't think I would need to wear them at the zoo. I usually wear them for you know, when I'm outdoors at either in the woods or anywhere else where there'd be you know, dirt or trails, and not somewhere where I'd be walking on the sidewalk the whole time. I wore those to the fair as well. I did, because good for wearing through the barns and stuff. Yeah, for every day. Yeah, I wear them in more of a practical sense. You know, I got them because I needed them. Because there are, you know, a bunch of shoes that I have that I would not prefer to get dirt on. So these are definitely the kind that you wear out for anything, really. It's kind of like rain boots. You wear in the rain. These boots you wear in any other kind of outdoors sense. When you ain't got pavement to walk on. But anyway, after all that, I think this is about good wrapping up time here. This has been a good stream for me, I will say. I don't know about any of you 7 viewers here, but I thought it was alright. I did. But we've had consistent 7 for a bit here, so, you know, who knows, maybe I've been satisfactory. But yeah, I think this has been a good stream for the last one for a bit. End of stream voice. Oh yes, yeah. And I guess this one means a bit more because this is the last one before I go off away for about a month. I will not be going anywhere where you won't lose track of me. Yeah, kind of. I'm not leaving any of you behind at all. I am always gonna be on Discord. I think you know where to find me. If you ain't on my server, then well, I'm easy to find. I'm easy to find on Discord. I'm on a lot of servers, even if you ain't on mine. But just in case, I will, and I'll be putting updates here anyway. So just gonna throw this out there so you can join if you want, if you like. But yeah, that will be where most of the updates are at. am I going to upload anything on YouTube? There could be a 50-50 chance of that, I think. You know, who knows? I could, if I find anything worthy of uploading. In terms of streaming, I really do not know. I do not know. I do not know how this will go. But you'll just see. You'll just see, and if I do not stream, you will not be left in the dust, or in the dark, or led down the garden path at all. If you stay constant with the my Discord updates, then it'll be like I never left. But that is pretty much all that I have to say in terms of that. But I think, as for now, I think this will be the last stream for a while. I will not be disappearing. As I said, I'll still be here, but streams might be taking a bit of a break. And the reason I have been doing this many in this short of a time span is because of this going away. I had several stream ideas that I've now completed. You know, this was my last one of the ideas that I had for the streams, so I decided I should probably get them all in before I go away, so we ain't got to wait too much. So I think there might be a video. There might be a video that is going to come out tomorrow, possibly. You know, a regular channel video, one that I've been planning on uploading for a while, but I just, for some reason, I've not been able to get on it, and not been able to actually just do it. But it's all filmed, and not much editing is required. So you might see it tomorrow. You might see it. And of course, I can upload it and then actually upload it on my channel when I'm away, I guess. But I'm not gonna know if I will be taking my laptop or not. But if I do, I know that could definitely help. But anyway, that is to wrap up the stream. I think there's a few things that could be appropriate enough to properly wrap up the stream with. And I had a bit of a new idea, something that I don't do quite regularly. If I knew how to play the accordion well, that is definitely what I would do. Just give me a moment here. You are going to be hearing something soon. I'd like to see how far I can take this microphone though. This actually works. I don't even have to move that much. Don't have to move too many things. Because I know the volume of this instrument is not the greatest. Things out of the way. Should put these in the refrigerator, but I guess I did not need to refill them myself. Too much. better view. Well, ring light is not being cooperative. Not being too cooperative. There we go. Get my pedal. There it is. Dreamy music, yeah. I think the Fender Rhodes electric piano is really one of my favorite instruments. I have to say. And because there's just so much you can do with it. You can do that kind of stuff. That's just a very that sound, that a very iconic sound to be used for so much. And the ways you can make slight edits to the sound to suit whatever style you need it in. I very much have come to like it more than I would have ever thought. And of course, why not? Since this is the last stream for a while, we need just a bit of harp action. Actually, my microphone is not even close to the harp. Here we go. up in Virginia. You know me. Anytime I can, I will. Playing any of my instruments is really one of my favorite things to do. None of it is ever a chore to do. I always like doing it, and always will. And anytime I can perform it on here and for anybody else, yeah, no doubt about that I will. But I have to say to all of you, thanks for watching, because this is, how long have we been live here? 3 hours, 46 minutes. Nice. Well, I think this has been a good stream so far. This has been the follow-up to a very, very legendary day with the meetup of all 4 of the Waffle members, some of the most unlikely Waffle members. You know, I think it goes without saying that we need to play that video one last time, the iconic one of us meeting.
Yeah, about time this meetup happened.
Nice to meet you,
Mikey. Great to meet you. Hello, Kira. So nice to meet you in person finally.
Crazy.
How are you?
Pretty good.
You guys made it.
Yeah.
Traffic? Bad traffic, you said?
We had to go to the additional parking and take the little shuttle.
Has that been in the street?
Okay, that's a pain in the ass.
Train that was going across the road then when we were going on the shuttle. So yes.
Well, yeah, we're here, and
That's cool.
I've scouted out pretty wild. There's this like really cool butterfly garden-esque area right
Oh
here
my
that I was
gosh,
just in.
that thing
That's
is
the
so
end of it.
cool. I
Bunch
haven't
of dope
been
plants.
here in so long.
Me either. Literally, it's been.
Okay. Hold with me.
What up?
Wow, there's a bird.
Good to see you.
See, it's about time.
Yeah, about time this meetup happened.
Nice to meet you,
Mikey. Great to meet you. Hello, Kira.
Hi, gorgeous.
So nice to meet you in person finally.
Crazy.
How are you?
Pretty good.
You guys made it.
Yeah. Yep.
Traffic? Bad traffic, you said?
And we had to go to the additional parking and take the little shuttle because the lot was full.
Oh God. Okay, that's a pain in the ass.
And there was a train that was
There was a
going across the
train.
road then when we were going on the shuttle. So
So just a
that-
calamity of errors
Yes.
all at once.
Slow
Yes.
down. We were creeping along a little bit, but it's all good.
Well, yeah, we're here, and I've scouted out. It's pretty sick. There's this like really cool butterfly garden-esque area right
Oh
here
my
that I was
gosh,
just in.
that thing is so cool. I
Bunch of
haven't
dope
been
plants.
here in so long.
Me either. Literally, it's been 5+ years. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think this stuff is new here.
Brand new.
Well, we're certainly going to be having, hopefully, more of that. No, not even hopefully. We are going to have some more times like that coming in the future. So that was just a preview, and we'll all be doing that again, and we'll be seeing who we can get next time. So and it seems like we have some people excited for those kind of times, and so we will follow through. Definitely will. But this stream was the follow up to that legendary day, and cannot wait till we do this again. And I certainly think it has been a good one. It's been a good weekend. That was yesterday, so I think this rounds it out. And got one more day before I leave, and I'll probably be doing some more practical things tomorrow. But that will likely be it. That will be it for now for me. But we will see what is going to come about in the near future. But anyway, hope you all were liking this stream. Hope you all were having a good evening. And hoping you all are going to have an even better night after I'm out here. So, again, thank you all for tuning in, for watching. Or I guess this is the end of stream voice. All right, thank you guys very much. Had a good, whatever he says. I don't know. I don't need to copy Steven to end my streams. I can do it well enough myself. Anyway, again, thank you for watching. We'll be catching you next time. Stay tuned for updates. Good seeing you all here. And as always, don't follow too close. Keep the faith, and don't take any wooden nickels.